There's only 7 Pokemon left to get, 5 of which have a catch rate of 3, and assuming one of them doesn't decide to step up to the plate and be a complete arsehole and take me like an hour to catch, this will be the last segment of the LP right here. I have got 250 Premier Balls. I sold off all of my Pokeballs because I don't need any of them anymore. I've just got the legendaries that need to be caught over in the Sinjo Ruins, and so that's where we're going to be spending 99% of the segment. The other 1% is here, in Goldenrod, just sort of getting to where we need to go. So, since I don't intend to play a Gen 1 or Gen 2 game at any point in the future, I would probably say goodbye Johto and goodbye Kanto, because this is the last time you're ever going to see them. So, we're now at the Sinjo Ruins. We've had a bit of a peek in here before. We found the Pixie Trio. There was a plate sitting just right there. Now we're actually going to be going after the Pixie Trio. Before I do that, I'm going to explain what the mystery stage right here is actually supposed to do. As you can see, the 3 corners each have a circle with a different sort of shape, and they each represent a member of the Creation Trio. Over here, covered in soot and shit, represents Dialga. This one represents Palkia, and then up the top here represents Giratina. What you would do is you would take an event Arceus that you either obtained from the Hall of Origin or from the 12th movie distribution. You can actually do it with both in the one game. You'd stand in the middle, and then you would be able to choose one of the 3. Actually, no, you'd stand on one of the 3 circles, and then you'd be able to choose one of the 3. And it would create an egg that would hatch into that legendary. Obviously, you don't get the egg handed to you, it just immediately hatches. And so you'd get that Creation Trio member at level 1, and in its level up move pool, it would have a move that it wouldn't normally be able to learn in Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. So that's the nice little advantage. And as I said, you can get 2 of them in a playthrough. So you could copy Diamond or Pearl and have Giratina plus the one of the 2, or you can just have the Diamond Pearl representatives and get Giratina and import it from Platinum or something like that. These Creation Trio members also come holding their special orbs, so when you get Giratina, it will appear in its origin form by default, because it's holding a Grisius orb. But for the time being, we've got Pixies to catch, because we can't get the Creation Trio until we get the Pixies. Although I feel like the Pixies are in the incorrect spaces. I feel like they should just be placed in places where it's like either representative of their locations in Sinnoh, or just like color similarities. So Azelf really should be colored the same as Dialga, so it should represent Dialga. So, whatever. They're positioned like this, we're just going to deal with it. Save state here, load save state, good stuff. It's not a black screen. It was actually a black screen last time, and I actually forgot to save state until I got to this point, which kind of almost razzed my stash. Well, it actually kind of did, because I did actually end up recording for about 3.5 minutes and then ended up scrapping the segment as a result. Now, I have a 35 level advantage over this thing, which means hitting this thing with attacks is not going to be the best idea. Thankfully, Turbo Drum's only real purpose is to get the paralysis going. I don't expect Future Sight to do a whole lot. I don't expect these things to do a whole lot, given the fact that they are only level 50. So, I'm just going to go with the quick attack. Yawn can be annoying, although I can't say I didn't expect Uxie to have Yawn. It kind of has that sort of thing going for it. I actually remember using Uxie to use Yawn on the other 2 members just to sort of catch them a little bit easier. So, Floofen goes to sleep. Not that it actually matters, he can sleep for as long as he wants, because I can't do any more attacking, because the Uxie will almost certainly die. So here, I'm just going to start lobbing Premier Balls. And we're just going to sort of hope that we luck out here, but it looks like we're not, because the first 3 balls have all been immediate breakouts. Number 4 is an immediate breakout. So this Uxie refuses to cooperate with me today, it seems. Maybe the game recognizes that this is the last segment and refuses to allow me to actually do it. Because that is the first shake I've gotten in 7 balls. Fantastic. We're really on a roll, aren't we? Oh jeez, I think that might have been a 3. Oh? Damn it. That would have been kind of awesome if I'd gotten it that quickly. Because this is one, and we've got 6 more after it. And we've got to make sure our Premier Balls use, like, we got to pace them out. We got to ration them out. I can't, like, use 245 of them on the first 6 and then get to Arceus with only 5 of them, because that's going to be horrendous. That's 27. I'll get to 30, and if... Actually, no, I'll get to 40. I'll get to 40, and if it doesn't work, then I'm going to off-screen this Uxie. It'll be annoying if I actually get to this 40th ball here and it actually catches. Nope, immediate breakout. Alright, you know the deal. I will return once this thing has been obtained. Okay, that did not take very long at all. Good stuff. Should probably check to see how many balls that took. So yeah, I had my active box set so that when the Uxie was caught, it would go straight into its position in the box. Okay, 11 balls. That's pretty good. So, wait. Yeah. If you stand in the middle, it'll determine whether or not you're ready to face Arceus. Obviously, I'm not yet, because I still have some legendaries to go after. So, throw the save state in slot 8, loads up, and no black screen. Good stuff. So, before I actually move on, I should probably wake Floofin up, because he's kind of the attacker of the team here. So next up is Mesprit. So we had Uxie, the guardian of the lake up north. I can't actually remember what it is. I know there's Acuity and Valor. What was the third one? Verity. I think that, yeah, I think that's the one. I actually can't, I know Valor is the one to the east of the region that has a Zelf. I just can't remember whether Acuity was the one near... I can't even remember the name of the hometown in Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. That's kind of an embarrassment. Anyhow, Charm does not help my cause. It actually might. I mean, getting more attacks in means crits. Yeah. And of course it's Floofin, so of course we were going to get it. Of course I was going to land a crit. Oh, Lucky Chant. Good stuff, actually. Lucky Chant means no crits. And the Mesprit is down to like fuck all HP. I'm in an increasingly good mood. If Mesprit can be caught quite quickly, then we're going to be making some pretty good time on this segment. Of course, it has to break out immediately. Oh. Okay. Not quite. Alright, fuck it, speed up. There's really not much I can do. And if you're wondering why I really need to make good time, it's part of the reason is because I do not intend to speed up catching Arceus at all. I may drop a hashtag fuck that and catch it with a Master Ball or something like that. I feel like it would only be deserving to be caught in a Master Ball, but I have a challenge condition and I'm going to be sticking with it. That was almost... Come on. We'll be having a bit of a reprieve once we actually catch the Pixie Trio, because when that unlocks the Creation Trio, Dialga and Palkia do not have a catch rate of 3. They've got a catch rate, I think it's like 45 or something like that. It might actually be 25. But I'm pretty sure it's reasonably easy to catch them if you get them nice and weak and get the status on them. So they shouldn't be that difficult to pick up. Down to 200. So yeah, that was 39 balls. Oh, no, just the 2. Alright. So, I'm going to be cutting away again, and then I will return once this thing has been picked up. And again, not very long into that second attempt, and the Mesprit has been claimed. Ain't that interesting? Like they have a habit of, we don't want to be caught on screen, but we're happy to go into a ball if you do it off screen. Not too sure what the go was with that, but Mesprit being number 481 goes snugly into its appropriate slot. As I take a quick drink. God damn it. I keep forgetting that I just don't want to be standing in the middle there. Anyhow, F9, load, good stuff. Now then, do I need to heal anything? Yeah, Flippin could do with a heal. I'll use a hyper potion though. I would have been well prepared if I decided to do the boss rush, but obviously I decided against that. Okay, so third and final member of the Lake Trio. We're making some pretty good time. We're about closing in on 12 minutes of raw recording time. I don't know how long that's going to be in the actual final segment, but we're making some pretty good time. I'm going to be making a lot more time with Dialga and Palkia coming up next. So there's a Zelf. So it's a good thing I went with the paralysis on our Zelf, because Uproar would just say no to that. So quick attack. Oh. I'm not even sure if that was a crit or not. I have to wonder if there's like any sort of way I can weaken these things further. Because I don't really like the amount of HP that it's got, but it looks like I'm going to have to deal with it. So that one took 6. So starting off at 233, which means if I get to 193 and it hasn't been caught, then I off-screen. Should probably take the turn to heal here. That's better. That's 10 balls. Stupid thing. So, I imagine a lot of people have had a bit of a problem in the past trying to catch these things. Well, okay, so we'll just grab a Zelf now, but anyways, a lot of people tend to sort of report like that the Lake Trio just seem to be in their own league when it comes to catching them. I remember I had a bit of an arsehole trying to catch them back when I first played Diamond and Pearl. And that was using Ultra Balls. That was before I added the, that was just before I decided, no, I don't want to use Ultra Balls or anything like that. Just to stick with the Pokeball sort of thing. And they were an arsehole just as they were. And in my Pearl playthrough that I mentioned a while back, I actually decided to use Ultra Balls to catch the Lake Trio, and I still couldn't catch Uxie without resetting. So, they just seem to be arseholeish just by default or something like that. I don't know what the go is with those. But Uxie, Mesprit, and herself have been caught, so I imagine that I will be required to walk outside and then walk back in. Okay. So what if I... Stage acknowledges the Earth Badge and declares you're strong enough to challenge the... Okay. So that just summoned them to the field? The mystery stage literally just did a pendulum summon. Good stuff. So yeah, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, they're standing on the circles that they represent, so obviously. Let's go ahead and save state here. No black screen, that's always nice. Do we need any healings? No, I just did that. That's good stuff. So these two won't be overly difficult to catch. How many balls did it take to get that? That was 23? I think that was 23. That wasn't too bad. And these are going to be the two easy ones, the Dialga and Palkia. So, let's start off with the Ruler of Time, since I believe he appears first on the... in the Pokédex order. Level 17 means I can hit him with moves. I can hit him with a Thunderbolt, because he'll resist that. Yeah, that's not too bad, actually. Smack him with another Thunderbolt. He'll resist Shadow Ball, and I think Shadow Ball, yeah, that should do the trick. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. That'll be good enough. I don't need to get it down as absolutely low as I possibly can. And while I'm at it, I might as well quickly check what Dialga and Palkia's catch rate is, just to confirm it in my mind. If this thing can maybe be a bit quicker, it's freaking Australian internet. You can't really expect too much else. So its catch rate is 30. Good stuff. This will not be overly difficult, even before it just is overly difficult. 1, 2... Uh-oh, wait. It wasn't a first go. Let's go ahead and roll... No, whatever, floofing. Come on. Don't be an asshole. If I'm able to catch a frickin' Chatot in my first ball, it should not be difficult to catch Dialga. And apparently it just is. Why is it difficult to catch Dialga right now? Come on. That's the way. That's much better. Well done. So I started that at 210. How many balls did it actually take? Oh. Okay, that's cool. I was kind of wondering how you got those orbs. But I guess when you catch them, then you just get the orbs handed to you. Okay, so that's 6. Let's go ahead and slot 3. Yeah, Dialga was slot 1, so... Anyhow, should probably be doing some healing, because I need a paralysis user, and I need something that might be able to whittle it. Healing, and sometimes driving, and fighting, and something. Okay. Let's throw the save. Making backup saves, because I don't want these black screens to be pissing me off. I get the impression that if I do one save state, load it, if I do more save states, then they come up with regular screens. It seems like I've just found out a nice little workaround to the black screen issue. Which is annoying, because it's the last segment of the LP and I'm only just now finding out this. But, whatever. Oh, fuck off, crits. Don't be an arsehole, game. Like, for the love of God, please do not be an arsehole. Spatial Ren, there's Palkia's signature move. Yeah. I don't know if it can tank a quick attack, though. Whatever. I don't really need to worry too much about that. And then it just immediately breaks out. And then immediately break out. Well, I thought that was going to catch, but nope, apparently not. Alright, fine. 2... It's getting there. The Spatial Ren's doing a lot of damage, though. It's also got a high crit rate. 3. Good stuff. So, Palkia has been claimed. I started that at 204, I believe it is. And then I get the Lustrous Orb for obtaining Palkia. And so, it went from 204 to 199. So that took 5 balls. So, that's the end of the brief reprieve. Because now that we've got to go up against Giratina, we're back to the usual fare of having a catch rate of 3. Reload the save state to make sure I'm not getting a black screen, and we are about set. This thing's probably going to be like 75 or some shit. Alright, so it appears in its altered form, and it is in fact 70, not 75. But obviously we're not... Obviously these Pokemon aren't actually holding the orbs. That would be weird, because if they were holding the orbs, and then you'd get the orbs for catching them, you'd get 2 of each orb, which would be weird. But stick with the usual strat. Throw a Shadow Ball at it, because this thing's actually got a lot of health. So I imagine it'll be pretty good with the tankiness. Yeah, Shadow Force. Well, that was a crit. Bloody hell. Okay, that'll do the trick for me as far as I'm concerned. Time to start lobbing Premier Balls. And just like Rayquaza before it, it's got a move that allows it to just make me waste a frickin' turn and not throw a ball at it. In this case, it's actually a signature move that it has in the form of Shadow Force. And the Giratina has just been nabbed within 5 balls. We are on a fucking roll here. This is absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane. So there's the Grisius Orb, which allows for Giratina to adopt its origin form outside of its home world. How many balls is that? 5 balls. I had 250 at the start, and it took me a grand total of 56 balls to catch these last 6 Pokemon before Arceus. So, let's go ahead and confirm. 492 seen, 492 obtained. And before I go and catch Arceus, I am actually going to, just because I can, I'm going to go and grab the diplomas for completing the Pokedexes. I was considering doing this after catching Arceus, but considering event legendaries aren't needed to gain these diplomas, then there's absolutely no reason for me to not go and do that. I'm also making some pretty damn good time as well. I'm approaching 22 minutes of raw recording. So it's probably approaching 20 minutes in the actual recording. So here I can also check out the natures. Adamant. I'm not too sure if Yuxi is the physical offender of the group. It might be. I'm not too sure. Mesprit, Brave. Yeah, kind of Brave for herself again is kind of Mild, I think, is like plus special attack, so assuming raw time is a special move, then that's not too bad for it. Naive is what again? Plus speed minus special defense, not terrible. And then there's Careful, which is what? Plus special defense minus special attack. Not too bad. You'd have to use it as more of a physical defender, but as a physical attacker even, but it's generally a good defending type Pokemon anyway, so that's not a bad nature for it, really. So, go ahead and grab out Tropius for its final role of duty in this LP. Because there's also one other thing that I need to pick up over in Celadon City as well, and that's the reward for getting all 16 badges. So I think we want to go in... Okay, apparently not. I forgot that there's no more entrance in that way, so... yeah, I hate going in these random directions. I think we want to go to 3F. Alright, sweet. Now, who is it that I talked to? Yeah, here we go. So, talk to this guy, and he gives me one stupid little piece of paper with the Johto starters. And it just sort of does that. The one time I could actually get some decent use out of my bottom prio screen setup. Yay. So that's that. And then you can go ahead and give me another stupid little piece of paper that says I caught everything in the National Dex. Even though I haven't actually done so. That's not a bad looking diploma. I still maintain the one you get next in Y is far better because it just looks absolutely freaking amazing. And that one I got it legitimately. Indeed. Now, what do you have to give me? Really? He said, come back when you have the Earth Badge and I'll give you something, and then he goes on a rant about GB sounds. Which means that this dialogue was just never changed, or there was like an intention to give out an actual item, but it never actually handed the item out. That's slightly annoying, but whatever. I've got the diplomas at least, so... Let's get our asses back to Sinjar Ruins and finally round this LP out. So as I just mentioned a little bit earlier, I'm not going to be doing the speed up thing with Arceus. It's just going to be sitting there. I'm just going to be waiting ever so patiently on each ball, and hopefully I'll be able to nab the thing. I'm fully expecting the thing to have Recover and Refresh, so I imagine that this thing is going to be just the biggest arsehole to catch in all of Narnia. Now then. I'm pretty sure I have to stand right in the middle to trigger this thing, so let me go ahead and throw save state in slot 2. Yeah, that should do the trick. Reload it. Damn it. Excuse me. I've got a whole bunch of different save states I can reload. If this segment goes south, then I can just sort of make up for that. Let's go ahead and throw the save state again. Alright, that's better. Okay. I don't really know what to expect here. Well, I mean, I do. I mean, there's going to be a cutscene which summons Arceus, and then I'm just not too sure what its moveset's going to be like. Here we go. If you happen to have any Master Balls, you can use them, but it would destroy the challenge of the fight. Believe me, I understand the concept of the word challenge. I've got every other legendary in a Premier Ball. Arceus will be no different. The only reason that's not going to be any different is the simple fact that I can't actually buy luxury balls anywhere in this game, because if I could get like 100 luxury balls, I'd be using those to catch Arceus with. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, so just a regular old Premier Ball for you. So, did you enjoy that random Google image slideshow of a cutscene? For those of you who are wondering, this is actually part of the real games. This is it's the cutscene that just plays when Arceus goes to create one of the Creation Trio members that you get handed. So, there you go. If you know how to tweak and send the frickin' Hall of Origin Arceus over to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you can get that nice little cutscene twice. But in this case, the egg that has been produced gives out a blinding white light and does not hatch into one of the Creation Trio members, but instead hatches into God himself. Kind of. It's supposedly the role of God, but this is it. Same cry sound as in when you encounter him in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. But I imagine this is going to be a hell of a lot harder. You sure you didn't want to produce the theme? I mean, it was in the game. Unless it was, like, locked into... I'm guessing it was maybe locked into the cutscene, and you couldn't, like, get it out and use it for anything else. Which would be a bit weird. But again, it could well just be a case of, you know, not having access to, like, a piece of software that could... do the thing. Do the wave. That sort of thing. But, anyway. Thunder. Okay. I mean, it's a god. So it should be able to summon thunder. It did not change its form. From what I've gathered, some people have actually encountered Arceus and it's just sort of changed its form. I'm not too sure what the go is with that. I think it might have been just like holding a random plate of some variety, but here it doesn't seem to be holding much. In before, he just created the question marks plate and it's just holding it, but it doesn't trigger anything. Or something, I don't know. I don't know what the go is with that. But anyway, time to see if this thing has recover and or refresh. It's got Calm Mind though, which is really, really fucking horrid. Yeah. Yeah, there's the recover. Where's the refresh, though? It's Actually, you know what? Thunder, Calm Mind, Recover means it's probably not got Refresh. It means that it should mean that the last move that it has is Judgment. Which, I mean, it's going to be a normal type move, so I could easily send in a Ghost to resist it, but eh. Let's hit it with a Superpower, see what that does. Eh. I'm going to just lob a ball at it in all honesty. Also, I like how I just did a little bit of speeding up there in the fight, even though I said I wasn't going to. I'm not going to be speeding up the catching like the balls when I throw them, though. So, yeah, there's Judgment. Floofin isn't living that. I feel like if there was ever a Ghost Ground... I actually have to wonder if there's a Ghost Ground in this generation. Because Ghost Ground would just completely and utterly destroy Arceus. Unless it actually turns into its dark form. That sounds like something I could experiment with. Let me crunch. That's good. And there's the paralysis. Not going to take the risk and heal here because he'll probably use recover. I'd like to throw a ball while he's in a nice little tender spot. Yeah, there's the thunder. I mean, recover even. And uses recover again. Fucking glorious. And I used the wrong healing item because... Not that it matters, because Judgment. This is gonna suck. What's Dragon Pulse gonna do to it? Jack shit, because I forgot. This thing has... Calm Minds up and whatnot. That's not good, is it? And I just sent in another special attacker. It's because the only thing that I have alive are special attackers. Ugh. This is going to be really, really shit. Alright, I need to get a max revive up to heal Floathan. And then I will go Icy Wind, because lowering speed, why the fuck not? And then I need to use another max revive to heal Trap Tricks. Trap Tricks, oh shit, Judgment, damn it. I will use as many max revives as I have to get this thing. Let me see. Crunch does jack shit. Jesus Christ, what the hell is this thing on? No! That was slightly annoying. Thunder, and then just hits back with Thunder. There's Judgment. Needs it. No, no, no. I need to heal. I need to revive something. Trap Tricks come back to life. Now, Flare Blitz. And a critical hit kills it. Thank you. Which save state did I have? 2. Alright. I didn't get that many balls thrown, and I don't really intend to... Like, if it gets to an absolute asshole-ish point, then I will, like, just cut and speed up and return once it's been caught, or something like that. But in that case, I'm just gonna, like, speed up the section and not just cut it out. So that I will make you see how long it took me to do this. I think in the meantime as well, I'll go back onto Cerebi and see if there is actually a Ghost Ground type that I have access to. I strongly doubt that there are Ghost Ground types in Gen 4. Because the only one I can think of at the moment is Golurk. Gotta type, gotta look for Ghost, and then gotta see if there is a ground type in amongst them. Nope. Alright, that's rather unfortunate. That totally is a freaking Google image search. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Alright. Let's have another go here. Unfortunately, that didn't work out quite well last time, so I feel like a Hydro Pump right off the word go is going to be good. Except it outspared, got Calm Mind, and then the Hydro Pump just outright missed. Thank you very much for fucking me over like that, game. Great. Nice to know that I can just not do things. Oh god, here we go. Maybe I should have, like, brought something with heal block or something. I don't know. Alright, let's just, well, we've got to lob a Premier Ball at some point, so... Let's see if I luck out here. Nope. And there's the recover. Thunder doesn't actually matter that much, although he's been getting an annoyingly high rate of paralysis on that. Oh, there we go. And defense drop as well is quite nice, because it means I don't have to waste as many turns weakening it. Every single ball I get to throw at this thing is of value. I mean, it'd be more valuable like if I could actually get some shakes out of it, but apparently I'm just not allowed to have that. Whenever it gets frozen up in paralysis like that, it's always nice as well. Every single opportunity to throw a ball I pretty much have to take. Especially when the thing decides it wants to just break out of every single ball I throw at it without shaking once. This is a far cry from the Arceus I caught in Sacred Gold, I'll tell you that much. I think that might actually be the very first shake I've gotten on Arceus. Just in any attempt whatsoever. And back to the usual programming. Lovely to know that Arceus is oh so cooperative with this. At least it doesn't have refresh. That's at least one positive. It's just that it's not really being nice to me at this point in time. It's just telling me to get fucked. Bloody hell. I do like how it makes sense to make it so that Arceus is the last Pokemon that you catch. It is my very favourite Pokemon, so it's always nice to have that. It's a nice little bonus. Oh, Jesus. That wasn't very effective and it was still a one-shot. Bloody hell. Alright, I'm going to keep throwing Premier Balls. If I lose my team members, then I lose my team members. But I need to take every opportunity that I can to catch this thing. This Arceus does not like me. I have to wonder now if this thing secretly had its catch rate reduced to 1 or something. Would not surprise me in the slightest, given how easily it's breaking out of these balls, even though it's at like 1 HP and freaking paralyzed. Compared to the others, it's breaking out of them like an absolute champion. So Judgment kills Kaiser, go into Flufin, Flare Blitz. Outright kills it, shit. I might have forgotten about that defense drop. Alright. This is going to be my last, like, on-screen genuine attempt before I speed everything up and hopefully eventually catch it. Alright, opening things up, take the Judgment to the face, and then Thunder Wave, and then Hydro Pump, which will do a nice chunk of damage. Oh, jeez, damn, that's a good hit. One time in my life, a critical actually is really freaking good. Bar bit from me to complain. And there's another Judgment which says goodbye to that. Land a quick attack, good stuff. I'm thankful it didn't heal there. Would have been very annoying if it did. Just the one. And Flufin dies in 1 hit. No need to heal him at the moment. I might once he recovers. Yeah, I'm not getting any more than 1. That's the annoying part. And, okay, so it's just starting to basically just... Oh, that thing resists Thunder. Okay, I'll just Judgment then. I'm just going to kill these 2 physical attackers that you've got in 1 hit each. Just like, god damn it, can you just piss off? Again, heal block would be freaking lovely. But that just makes the game take that just makes the battle take 20 turns less because it doesn't have access to it. So once it's down to that, and heal block stopping it, it's just going to struggle itself to death. I guess, to be fair, I did mention if one of these Pokemon is going to step up to the plate and be an absolute asshole, I guess I can say fair play to it if it's Arceus. I expected one of them to just be a right asshole and break out of everything without any effort. Because I have not gotten past a single shake so far. That is how much of an asshole this has been to catch. God. How terrible is this thing's catch rate? I feel like I have to open this thing up in a freaking ROM editor or something just to check its catch rate or something. Floofing, I guess. Yeah, Rip Thunder. I like how it's been a bit cooperative with me though and not using Recover. Just the one. Well, Thunder does have 70 accuracy, so I was due for a dodge at some point. I think it like used 8 or 9 of those without missing, which is a bit stupid. You'd think maybe 1 or 2 of those out of those 9 would have missed, but apparently Arceus is just that damn good at freaking hitting with Thunder. Yeah, I just can't get past 1. I have to wonder if it's like... I have to wonder if... Assuming this Arceus did have its catch rate lowered to 1, has that actually broken the catch rate mechanics and made it so that these Pokeballs don't go beyond 1 shake at all? I'm really curious about that now. I don't think it was ever mentioned that catch rates were changed, because Chatot's didn't seem to be, and it got caught in 1 ball, which was lucky because it has a catch rate of 25, and I know Metang was an absolute freaking ass to catch because its catch rate could not have possibly been changed. It was definitely almost certainly 3. So maybe he decided to keep it hidden and be like, well, the only reason Arceus is an arsehole is because I conveniently withheld the fact that it has a catch rate of 1 in this hack or something like that. I don't know. I know I'm ranting on about the one thing over and over and over again, but there's not much else I can really say about this thing. I mean, apparently it has 1,000 arms, because apparently it shaped the universe with said 1,000 arms. At this point as well, I don't have to worry about, like, using up a certain limit of balls, because this is like the last thing I ever have to catch. So, stupid Thunder. Missed again as well, which is quite nice. It seems to be just either trying to get up Calm Minds, using Thunder on missing, or just freezing up in Paralysis. Yeah, there's the judgment. I knew it was going to buck the trend at some point. And you know what? I'm not going to give 2 shits here. I'm just going to keep lobbing Premier Balls. If Talia dies here, then that's the point where I speed up. Yay, freezing up from Paralysis is good stuff. This Arceus does not like to cooperate. He absolutely had to have lowered the catch rate to 1. I can't see any other reasoning behind it. Heal Floofin back up because I need to send it back in. And then smash it with a Flare Blitz. And then smash it with a Quick Attack. Smash it with another Quick Attack. Good stuff. That Arceus keeps missing with Thunder now. It's like, It literally just lost its radar or some shit. I won't complain too much. This is the best, like, this is the best attempt I've had at Arceus so far. Yay, fucking recover. Attack. And then back on the hype. God, this is so tedious. I have to apologize for this. Yeah, there goes Judgment, so Talia's back out on the board. Nah, it just does not want to go beyond 1. And every time I'm on my last Pokemon and it's about to go and freaking murder me, it just heals itself up instead and continues the fight. Flareblitz again. And recover, thank you very much. It's probably used up most of its other moves though, which means it's just going to spam recover. So this is probably going to be the last ball I get to throw at it. And break out immediately, like it usually does. Oh, I get to throw another one. Keep going on the hype. Nope. And recover, yay, hit it with a superpower. And it's dead because criticals. So, yeah, that's about it. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the recording right now. I'm going to open up this ROM just to check to see if Arceus' catch rate has been changed. And then, oh yeah, I should probably, yeah, reload from the save state. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording now. I will then resume the recording with basically just me speeding up and going after Arceus over and over and over. In between that, I'm going to open this ROM up in a editor and see if Arceus has in fact got a changed catch rate for this hack. So I will return for the sped up section. I don't know what I'm going to be putting over the top of that though, so we'll have to see what happens. Okay, so just before getting onto this sped up section, just a couple of things that need to be clarified. Number one, it's quite possible for Arceus to be holding a dread plate in this fight. That would explain the whole plate changing form thingy-mabob that I've seen in other playthroughs of this game that reached this point. So I'm guessing that's just like a 50-50 chance of either getting like a light Arceus or a dark Arceus or something like that. I'm not too sure what the go is with that. Unless it's like coded to be like if you cheat to get to Arceus, you just get the dark form or something like that. I don't know why, but whatever. Also, I have confirmed that it does not actually have a catch rate of 1. It is in fact got a catch rate of 3, which pretty much means that it actually has been the one arsehole that has stepped up to the plate and been an arsehole to catch. To which I will say, fair play, Arceus. If anybody was going to do it, it was going to be you. Anyhow, this is the part where I speed up and return once I have captured the god. it had to have been at least half a dozen times I got it to 3 shakes, only to have it break out. This thing lived up to its name as the god of Pokemon. Because it put up one fucking hell of a fight, as you will have seen throughout the sped up section. I am currently just past 27 minutes of raw recording on this second section of recording for this segment. So I've got over an hour of footage to frickin' sift through. This is probably going to be an hour. I don't know. It depends on how long the frickin'. Depends on how long this sped up section is going to be once I actually speed it up. But that's it. I have Arceus. I have a complete Pokedex. And that is the end of Pokemon Storm Silver. So, having captured Arceus, the stage began to collapse. Which triggers quite a nice little cutscene. And as a direct result of that, the Sinjar Ruins are no longer explorable, because the legendary trainer prophecy has been fulfilled. We have done everything that we possibly could in this game, except for the boss rush. That's pretty much it. And get the frickin' symbols for beating all the frickin' frontier brains and shit like that, but that's just an entirely different thing altogether. I ain't fucking doing that. Ugh. But, that is it. It says completing Sacred Gold and Storm Silver, but not really. I only did Storm Silver. Probably should have said Storm Silver. Yeah, probably should have just said Storm Silver, as opposed to saying both of them. But that's it. And this one we're not going to speed up, because this is quite literally the end of the LP. That's it. There is literally nothing more for me to do. As I mentioned in the previous segment, I think it was, I'm not going to be doing the boss rush here, obviously. Well, if at some point in the future I can actually stream, which, if I live where I am, it's not going to be for another 2 years, which is going to suck. But if at some point I'm able to stream, then maybe I'll do the boss rush at that point and sort of just be like, hey, this thing exists again. Want me to go beat up some other virtual reality trainers or some shit? Then maybe people will be interested in watching that. But for now, that's really about it. Future plans, that's not going to be decided by me. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna... the first thing I should probably do is just establish that I'm not too sure when I'm going to be starting my next LP. Part of that is because I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I myself am not going to be really deciding it. The only hand that I'm going to have in actually deciding it is what I'm putting onto the straw poll that I'm going to be posting a link to. I'm going to be posting a link to it here. If anybody wants to vote on that, then by all means go for it. I don't really expect to get a whole lot of attention from it, like by putting it in the description though. So that's what the couple Discord groups that I'm in are for though. So I'm just going to probably post them. Probably just going to post the straw poll in those two Discords, see if I can get some response, because I was kind of hoping that I get a few more views on this than I usually did, like particularly for Duke 3D, but overall I got pretty much the same amount of votes. So I figured for my next LP I might as well just let people vote on it and see what people on the Discord really want to see. So as of now, let me go ahead and grab the straw poll up here. Let's see here. Am I still recording? Yep, still recording. Blah, 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 blah. I gotta check this. So, at the moment, the 4 LP choices here are Mario 64 Star Revenge Redone. That's not like a redoing of an LP, it's just basically a remade version of the first Star Revenge hack. This is going to be a blind playthrough, because I really don't know much about the game except for a bit of the overworld and I think a little bit of the first level. So that's going to be a blind playthrough. It'll be my first. Next, I have Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2. If you've been following me since 2011 when I started doing LPs, you'll be wondering, okay, why am I going back to redo that one? To explain to those who haven't really been following me for that long, my first LP was actually Legacy of Goku 2 on my Draconeos channel. I decided that when I transitioned back here for LPs that some of my older LPs really didn't reach up to the level of standard that I would really have liked, and so I made the decision to sort of consider them like non-existent and basically redo those LPs. Legacy of Goku 2 is one of those. So if you wanted me to do that Legacy of Goku 2 replay or whatever, then it's in the list here. Next, I have a 100% items at least playthrough of Metroid Prime 2. I'm not too sure how I'm going to be going, if I'm going to be going for scans. I'm going to try to get as many scans as I possibly can. If I get 100% scans, then that's great. It's basically going to be a similar approach to when I did my Prime 1 LP a couple of years back. So, if you want that, then by all means go for it. Lastly, is a playthrough of Quake, which is obviously going to be on PC. I can just sort of boot that up. That'll be a nice little fun thing for me to play through. Just nice little atmospheric FPS type deal. And so I figured might as well add it in there at the last second and be like, okay, well, I wouldn't mind playing this if people voted for it. I don't expect to get a whole lot of votes for it, because there's not a whole lot of FPS absolute fanatics on the Discords, so that's pretty much what you can expect to see at some point in the future. I'm not too sure how long I'm going to be having this poll up for. I'm just sort of hoping I can actually get some kind of a reply. So, we'll have to see what happens. If I don't actually get any real noteworthy reply, then I may just have to, like, flip a coin and see which one I get or something like that. Or maybe, like, roll a dice or something. I'll just add 2 other options and then roll a dice and see how that works out. But, for now, this is the end. I certainly had a lot of fun playing through this game. I made one, like, really lackluster attempt a couple of years back to go through this, but I sort of lost interest in it. But, as I mentioned, I'm pretty sure right at the start of the LP, my inspiration for doing this was the fact that I went and rewatched Jish's LP of Platinum, and I felt like I wanted to do a similar sort of thing to him, but just sort of expand on it, which is why I have the team display on the right there, as you can see. I have to give special props to Autumn Laramia from the Discords. She was able to help me create a nice little team display set up for showing off all of my teams, and I was able to sort of use that and sort of condense it into 384 by 384 canvases to make the images that you see on the right hand side of the screen. So many thanks to her. Many thanks to Jish for, again, being inspirational and that sort of shit like that. I don't know why I'm going all sentimental at the end here. I guess it's probably the music that's triggering it. But, I guess the last thanks I give would be to the people who stuck with this entire LP throughout all 53 of its segments. It currently stands as the longest LP I've done in terms of time and segments now, beating the previous Pokemon playthrough by about 3 segments. So, that's about it. I hope that you enjoyed this playthrough as much as I did doing it. I will be doing Pokemon playthroughs in the future. I plan on doing Blaze Black or Volt White. Probably going to be sticking with Volt White on that one. Going to be doing Volt White 1 and 2. If at some point the 3DS emulator starts getting really, really good and I can run it on my computer, then I might do an XY playthrough. Probably going to be ROM hacks. There's Rising Ruby, Sinking Sapphire from Drayano, and I believe he's also working on Sun and Moon hacks right now. So that's, of course, something that can be done in the future, assuming that the aforementioned 3DS emulator actually starts to be good, because I tried playing the Pirated Moon thing on the emulator first before I was able to hack my 3DS into being able to play it on that. So, it's not too bad. I think progress is being made on that, but we'll have to see what the future has in stock for us. But for now, Pokemon playthroughs on screen. I've got this one out of the way. I don't have to worry about it for a while. I've got a few other playthroughs I've got to get back to.
There's an Alpha Sapphire egg run, there's Pearl, there's Black, there's one or two other playthroughs. I still haven't actually gotten Jirate's egg, so I may have to mention that at some point in like a later LP or something like that, but that's about it. I've been rambling on for a minute, more longer than a minute, for quite a while, and just been trying to wind this LP down, so that is it. I will see you for whatever it is that I do at some point in the future. Thank you for watching the entirety of this LP. Just can't thank you enough. So, that's it. Goodbye.